What's up, Airkewld Army? It's your friend Pete and our special guest Arnold and Brian Augusta, owner of the 58 Rag over here. Today we're gonna do a little something different. We're gonna show you how to take a picture with your cell phone and not suck at it. And with his help and his good-looking car and that car going by.
Like if you're walking around a car show, you see a lot of folks just take their phone and they're just walking around and they're doing this and they're snapping pictures like this and like that. And there's another car and there's another car and there's another car. And that's fine, but that's boring, right?
Yeah.
All right, we're not gonna do that today. Okay, we're gonna show you how to take good pictures with your phone.
Great.
Phones can take awesome pictures with today's technology, and we're going to show you how to do that. This is just the basic photo setting, just as it comes straight. We're just going to start right here.
So this is called vertical, or what is it called?
Yeah, this is a portrait orientation. And this is
so that's good for Instagram, stuff like that. Landscape.
This is landscape orientation. And I'm just going to put the car in like the bottom corner of the photo. I'm just going to tap on the car, so that'll help the camera expose on the car rather than the background. Because this is a black car, we want to expose the car properly. There we go. So when we're shooting a black car out in the middle of the day, sometimes the phone will expose for the atmosphere, like the sky, and the car will come out too dark like that. So we'll tap on the car so the phone will expose the car properly. See, we're gonna get closer here. So we'll get more of the car in the shot, less of the background. Get a little lower. All right, let's go to the back here.
One thing that we were talking about off camera is if we see out here in the field, we see Coke cans and, like, you know, obviously nobody's taking care of this area like an HOA would. So understand your surroundings out in the back, right? Like if you see like a pair of shoes, you want to highlight the shoes on the power wire, cool. But like if you're gonna make this a poster or something like a screensaver, you don't want to see a dirty diaper hanging from the power line, right? Like in your photo, that would just suck.
Right. And there's some things that you can do depending on your phone model. So if your phone has portrait mode, you can click into portrait mode, And then if you step back, so you're seeing the shot that you want with your car, you can tap the subject of your photo, which is the car. You got to back up a little bit. See, it says right here.
It's even telling you.
Yeah, it says,
go back there. I don't know if you can see that.
Stay within 3 to 5 feet of your subject. So it actually is telling me to get a little closer. Yep, see, got to get a little bit closer and see if I can still get the car completely in the shot. All right, it says ready.
Nice looking shot.
All right, let's see. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it on the screen, but it's going to blur out some of the background. So we're going to lose some of that nonsense in the back.
When you say blur, you mean like kind of like pixelate or kind of...
Well, it puts kind of a blur effect on the photo itself.
I got you.
So some of that background, it's going to be blurred out. So hopefully you lose some of that trash.
Yeah. Okay, I like it. The way I take pictures, a lot of my pictures with low cars is I actually get on the ground, like all the way on my stomach, and I kind of aim up. So when I'm doing it, I'm just getting the lower profile, and I'm getting the sky, you know, kind of like, I don't know if that's a bubble effect. What do you kind of call that kind of effect? Is it like a rear quarter? You know, I don't know. I'm ignorant to the terminology.
Yeah, the most common term for that would be a fisheye.
Okay.
Right. And you can do that if you're physically able.
Yeah.
And you don't mind getting dirty.
Yeah.
So, and modern phones can actually help you with that.
Okay.
Like this new model has a super wide angle lens on it.
Okay, yeah.
So like we can get down like that.
Yeah.
And see, I'm not gonna lay down because the ground is hot, but we're gonna get down like this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna try to block that so you can see.
Yeah.
And we're gonna angle the phone like that. And I'm gonna take that photo.
That is the kid. That's my shot right there. That's like my signature shot. I don't know why it is. Yeah. See, I don't know, man. That's my jam. I don't know. I love that. Just maybe because I like big wheels. What do you think is the optimal time to take pictures of cars if you're not at a car show, but like if you wanted to go take some pictures of your car? Is it sunset? Is it sunrise? Is there a better time? What's your opinion on that?
My opinion is early in the morning is my preferred time. Late in the evening, shortly after the sun has come up or right before it's going to go down, you get the nice light in the morning or in the evening. Harsher light's going to be in the middle of the day. Wheels can be tricky because you got to watch for your own reflection in the hub. So depending on the type of wheel you're shooting, if you're shooting like a standard Volkswagen wheel with a giant hubcap on it, you gotta be really watched for yourself in the reflection.
I never knew that. Never even thought about that. I've always tried to get myself like picking my nose in the hubcap, right? You know, like I try to put some fun into the same thing. But you're going to the side, so I don't want to.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun to catch yourself in the reflection on purpose.
Right.
But I always try to sit to the side. Let me tap on the screen to get the exposure correct. Let me move myself over so I'm not in the shot. And snap that photo. So I get the whole wheel in the shot, but not myself as much as possible.
I mean, you did rear profile, wheels, front profile. Is there a side profile? Can we go across the street and kind of zoom in using our zoom feature?
Yep.
All right, great. When you're taking a picture, I should probably get back. When you're taking a picture this far back, what are some key spots to look out for?
Okay, when I'm straight across from the car like this, the first thing that I look for is myself in the reflection.
Ooh, I see it.
Which I can see myself and you.
Yeah, so I gotta get out of the way.
I can put myself in a door seam.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
Maybe. I might have to go a little bit more of an angle. Okay. Right there. I have my phone just at the standard view. I'm too far away. The car is too small, so I'm gonna pinch and zoom a little bit. All right, and I'm gonna tap on the car again to expose the car properly, and I'm gonna take the photo. Now, one thing to remember is when you zoom on the phone, you lose a little bit of quality because it's a digital zoom. All right, this is about as close as we can get safely.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take the photo again. nobody coming at the moment.
You're free, Eric.
And I've been known to do some unsafe things in the sake of photography, but we're gonna do this today and stay across the street.
So we need a waiver for Hobby W's and Wolf's World and everybody. We're putting him in harm's way. Alright guys, we just got done doing Photoshoot and did some drive-bys. That's pretty cool doing little drive-bys.
Yeah, that was fun.
Kind of do what we can in the, it's kind of like 85 degrees or something.
Yeah, it was a little warm today, but not too bad.
Not too bad. Tomorrow on asphalt, a bug around, it's going to be probably closer to 90.
Yeah, it's going to be a toasty one tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're going to go over kind of like some major bullet points on shooting your car with your mobile phone, and we'll kind of outline them here, on the screen, and kind of go based on that. So Eric, kind of give us some basic pointers again, kind of rehashing what we did.
All right, well, we first found a good spot to shoot the car. So you want to find a good looking location. So you want to remember that the car is the main focus, but you also want to find a nice looking background. So not something just run of the mill, not just a plain parking lot, not something with a bunch of lines on the ground, but a nice spot that's not going to overpower the car, but complement the car well.
Right.
So once we found a good spot, we wanted to just put in our head the composition of the car. So we wanted to not just stand there and stick the phone up at eye level. We wanted to think about what we were doing. We wanted to get that eye level shot, but then maybe get a little lower and then get real low with the shot too. Walk around the car, get the front of the car, side views of the car, back of the car, get a little top, middle, low, get real low, like Pete says, maybe even lay on the ground.
Yeah.
So that's his favorite shot.
Yeah, you should see that. We're gonna put a couple pictures of that happening out there. And I don't know if we covered this, but what do you think about putting a little room in the photo, like on all angles, like, so that you're not cutting it off, right? Is there like a rule of thumb, maybe having, a couple inches of buffer or when you're in your viewfinder on your phone? Right,
and we did that on a couple of the shots where we had space in front of the car, space in the rear of the car. So the car is not on the edge, the perfect edge of the shot. So you have like some of the foreground and the background visible on each side of the car. So when you're looking at the car on your computer screen or on your phone, your car is not wall to wall on the screen.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to see that background that you picked out.
Right, and I think that kind of goes lost, right? Like you want to get this wow shot, and who's going to save a dud shot, right? Like who's going to have it as a screensaver or an Instagram shot or whatever.
Right, and you never know if you might want to print that photo out later too.
Yeah.
Right, and you don't want to see just your car on the wall. You picked out that background for a reason because it looks nice.
Right.
So you want to be able to preserve some of that. So you want to see some of that background in your shot too.
And just to note, guys, we were planning, or my plan was to shoot in front of the NASCAR stadium, and we had a brush fire 2 years ago, and we had that amazing background in the back. I was like looking at it going, you know what, this is probably better than some grandstands or like a field brush, right? Like this looks cool. It's gonna get some texture to it. And for me, I thought, what do you think?
Yeah, it worked out really well. You know, like it wasn't where we were planning on going, but we just happened across it.
Right.
And these really gnarly looking trees.
Yeah.
And it worked out really well. So you never know what might happen when you're just looking for a spot.
Yeah. So we want to check our settings. You know, that's something that you mentioned in our emails that we talked about. Like, I've had people send me a picture via email, and it's like 10 kilobytes, right? Which is like this little picture, like, and you go like this, and it becomes like pixelated, and you can't even look at it, right? Like,
Right.
they're like, what is like the optimal? Is it the largest photo that takes up so much room in your phone? Or is it maybe a middle ground, or it really depends on where you're going to use the photo?
Right. If you're planning on like printing a photo, you want the largest photo that your phone can take.
Yeah. Okay.
So you really want to go into your phone's settings
Okay.
and find the largest format that your phone can do.
Okay.
But if you're just using your photos for online,
Yeah.
your default settings are fine.
Okay. Got it.
But if you want to like use the highest resolution possible for a website
Yeah.
or for printing,
Yeah.
you want to go into your settings and find the largest format that your phone can do.
That's a good tip. That's a good
Yeah.
tip. And we always like getting pictures for my business, and in particular is I like people to share photos that are really bitchin'. And hopefully with Eric's expertise today, we kind of guide that. You can take really good pictures of your car and share them. We'll put a little link down here where you can share your pictures, text or email. And because we want to see your pictures, so make sure you comment. Let us know what year and model Volkswagen you have. We're going to put Eric's contact information, so if you're looking for an expert to shoot your ride, you're the man. And we'll link his contact information. And you're on Instagram too?
Yeah, you can find my Instagram at Eric Arnold Photo.
Great, we'll do that. And you'll probably see him at all the Volkswagen shoots. What kind of accolades, what kind of magazines you shooting for?
You can find me just about everywhere. I shoot regularly for Hot VWs.
Okay.
And you can find me in Air Mighty,
Okay.
Hayburner, Camper and Commercial Magazine, Combi Magazine in France,
Okay.
Super VW every once in a while. I get around.
So that's what we have today. So we hope we've piqued your interest, perked your interest, educated you with a professional photographer, with our everyday phones that we use, and make sure the lens is clean, because yes, you know, your fingers touch it, right? Want to make sure your fingers are off the lens, back of your shirt, whatever. Just clean your lens on your phone. Make sure you take that good picture, because a smudgy picture is a no bueno picture.
Right. You don't want little extra flares on there from the sun or anything.
Or a cicada, right? Like
Right, or a grasshopper.
So until next time, I would like to thank Eric Arnold for coming out and shooting this film. Understand that all these techniques are for any car or any subject matter.
Right.
Today we're doing it on what we do, Volkswagens. So we hope you learned something. If you did, consider giving a like, subscribe if you want, and we'll catch you on the next time.
See ya.
Thanks, Eric.
I would want to redress this tire because of this and this.
Got it.
Like if this were if we were doing a magazine shoot right now,
Oh, they would be better.
I would re-wipe this tire just because of that.
Yeah.
But between this and this wouldn't matter.
Get that bad tire dressing. Just
If I didn't have to
terrible.
help you make your bowl of cereal this morning, I would have had time to.
Captain Crunch is easy.
All right. Not with soy milk. It's not.
Soy milk, goddamn. Don't try this at home, people.
Right.
Unless you have a crossing guard on celery, which is him today.
Definitely don't do this with you.
Oh.